Hey guys, how's it going? Yeah, so I've just watched the full video of the death of George Floyd, and it's to say the very least, it's I'm not gonna call it a tragedy. I'm just gonna call it exactly how I see it and how probably a lot of the world sees it. It's murder. There is no doubt about it that this is truly it's truly murder. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. That is exactly how it is, and that is exactly how it should be perceived. I don't care if the media is whatever they say about how it is. It's murder, man. There's no doubt about it. I mean, first and foremost, I mean the way that it happened over something as ridiculous as a counterfeit $20 bill. I mean, come on, a counterfeit $20 bill. First and foremost, well, second and foremost now, George Floyd didn't even know that the bill was fake. Now, if you watch the video closely, which I did, he actually was complying. He was complying with the police officers that literally, took him out of the car, walked him around, and got him to sit down. Now, words were exchanged. The video you can't really hear what was being said. With the words being exchanged, but it's just I don't know what was being said. But then they walked him across the road, and there was a struggle. He fell to the ground, and there was a knee compressed to his neck. Now I was reading what it was about was compressions to the neck, which is pretty much designed to make someone unconscious. Now you could clearly hear Floyd saying, I can't breathe, man. I can't breathe. And he was screaming for his mom. I mean, first of all, the police should have never used that excessive force. There is no doubt in my mind that this was a attack that they planned. You can't say it any other way. This was definitely a pre attack, man. This is definitely the way I see it. It's just like, and it's I'm gonna call it exactly what it is. They use their white privilege. I'm gonna say it. I don't care if I get backlash from it. They use their white privilege to intentionally murder someone, to murder an innocent man that had a family that loved him. How can you say anything now that it wasn't that? I mean, guys, like, they will literally had him on the ground for 9 minutes. 9 minutes. Man, that is just, that is straight up murder, man. Anyone that, I mean, you saw people walking past that, they were actually saying, look, he can't breathe, let him up, let him up, and they didn't let him up. Like, what the fuck? Like, that is just like, come on, man. Like, what is this world actually coming to? Like, literally, this is just, I mean, it's America, but, it affects a lot of people in the world. I mean, racism, I mean, you can say it's police brutality, you can say anything like that, but in my opinion, this is racism. This is racism on display at its worst. How can that be denied? Now, racism has been a problem that has been like pretty much all around the world since forever. And it's, in my opinion, racism is the worst thing ever, and a lot of people can definitely attest to that fact. I mean, racism is everywhere you look. I mean, some people don't think about this. Racism is even in the TV shows that we watch. For example, you turn on The Simpsons, and you see Apu, and he goes, "Thank you, come again." That is pretty much being racist to Indians. Now, no one ever thought about that, but I did. Now, do you want to know something else? The movie American History X, where people say, "Oh man, got rave reviews. It's a great movie. The acting was good." Yes, the acting was good, but the message wasn't. That movie glorifies racism when, you know, that skinhead white guy, where it puts the African American on the pavement and then stomps on his head, tells him to put his mouth on the curb, stomps on his head. What happened? Literally, the police officers put this man on the concrete. Come on. If that is not, I mean, it's very similar. It is very, very similar. And that was a movie, but it literally happened, you know, when it happened, you know, in May. So come on, like, there is no doubt about it. That's racism. Racism, man, it is poison. It is literally ruining society. You know, like, racial equality. Whatever happened to that? Why did that is pretty much gone, man. Like, racism is, you know, it's just like uncalled for. You know, it's just, it doesn't need to exist. It's literally, you know, making people treat each other disrespectfully, making people, you know, dividing people, causing fights, causing online bullying, causing people to literally put someone into tears by saying a racial slur. I'm not going to say any of them because I don't have a racist bone in my body, and I'm not going to repeat any racist things. But you guys obviously know exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, come on, it is out there for the world to see. You want to talk about TV also, you know, perfecting racism. I'll give you another example. I remember, now this is something that no one really paid attention to because, you know, but I remember watching the episode of a WWE television show. I think it was Survivor Series 2005. Now, Vince McMahon, it was a backstage promo, walked past John Cena and said, you know, how's it going? Cena said, just holding it down, trying to take care of business. And then Vince McMahon said, keep it up, my N-word. Then Vince would walk past Booker T, an African American, and call him the exact same, the N-word. If that is not racism, then what the fuck is? Another example, guys. Not many people thought about this. The Longest Yard, for example. You know, Nelly, the singer that sings It's Getting Hot in Here, that guy, very talented artist. Now, basically, in the movie, he was, you know, he was in a library. You know, he was in a library, right? And guys, basically, Stone Cold Steve Austin, everyone knows him, the bald-headed, the wrestling, you know, the wrestler guy. Now, you know, he literally called Nelly the N-word. So, my point is, guys, like, racism is just, it's poisonous. It's, I know, like, it's pretty much literally been around since the beginning of time. Like, you can trace it back to history, Hitler, all that stuff that literally fucked up the world, you know, beyond anything, you know. I mean, so guys, my point is, man, like, there is no doubt about it that this is, we can't call it a tragedy. We've got to call it what it is. This is murder. This is definitely murder. It's not police brutality. We cannot call it that. It is definitely murder. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. But for, you know, I want to thank anyone you know, who watched this video. But guys, you know, you guys, you know, stay safe. You know, be kind to one another. You know, you know, Black Lives Matter. All right, Black Lives Matter. See you guys.